This is a song called Love is the Answer, and it's by England Dan and John Ford Coley. And I've known it ever since I was a little kid. And it's really difficult for me to sing without getting all emotional. So I hope I can make it through it um, without getting all teared up because it literally is the answer for us to love each other. That's what Jesus said to do. He said that is the greatest commandment, that we love each other. Um, and this is dedicated to my friends from home that have helped me so much while I've been going through this terrible ordeal where I got hit by a truck and now my open compound fracture in my arm is infected and the bone is infected and or was, thank you Jesus. And I'm stuck here in the hospital waiting to get healed of that so that they can put pins and screws in my elbow and get me back together so I can go back to work and go back home to my furry little family and my dogs, Rough Rider, Trapper Lou, and Princess Lele, and get on with my life, being happy and productive for Jesus. But it's also dedicated to all of the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful staff here at University of South Alabama Medical Center. I love you guys so much. I love y'all. Who were taking such good care of me. And it's especially dedicated to the homeless people. The homeless people here in Mobile, the homeless people in Hattiesburg, where I was stuck, the homeless people in Minneapolis, where I was homeless for a little while. But it's dedicated to the homeless people everywhere because Jesus said, whatsoever you have done unto the least of these, my brethren, you've done it unto me. And I never knew what that meant until I was the lowest of the low. And I've sat on sidewalks and had people spit on me. I've been snarled at. I've had things thrown at me walking down the road just trying to get to where I could be safe and get something to eat. And every single one of us, almost every single one of us, is probably just one crisis away from losing the one thing that losing that thing will lead to the next thing that they lose. And when they lose that, then they become homeless. And it's scary and it's crushing to your soul and your heart when people are judging you and they think that you deserve to be out there or you must have done something that was your fault. That's not always the case. And it doesn't even matter if you did do something to end up with no home. That is not a criteria for whether or not people should help you. Jesus said, when they are hungry, did you not feed them? When they are thirsty, did you not give them drink? When they were in prison, did you not visit them? I used to not understand why he said that, but if you're wondering why he said that, maybe you should look that up. Maybe that's another song. But Jesus never said feed them as long as they're not on drugs or give them something to drink as long as it's not alcohol. I mean, I'm not saying that Jesus is asking you to buy a homeless person a beer, but thank you, Jesus. Grace comes down to meet us where we are, even if we're flat on our back in an alley somewhere or walking down a road, not even knowing where we're going. And when I first became homeless in my hometown, after struggling for years and years to get back to my hometown of Grand Bay, Alabama, but this was when I got back to Mobile, I ended up homeless because I couldn't stay with my family because of COVID. And my dog, Rough Rider, and I were about to sleep on a sidewalk somewhere. And this giant came and asked me what I was doing. And I told him I was looking for a place to sleep. And he said, well, you're sleeping right next to me because I want to make sure nobody messes with you. And that was my friend Giant. And I don't know where you are, but I told you I'm coming to find you, and I will because I love you. And you looked out for me when nobody else did. And I know you're out there, and I know all of you are out there that are homeless, and I just want to tell you not to give up. And I want to tell all of you who don't understand what that's like that no matter what you're going through, I promise you that if you can look at another person and love them, no matter what you think about them, no matter what you think they've done, no matter what you feel about them, try to love them. It takes a lot sometimes. And love is the answer. Name your price, a ticket to paradise. I can't stay here anymore, and I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. But there is no easy way around it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Who knows why someday we all must die. There are homeless boys and girls, and we are never heard. It's such a lonely, lonely, lonely world. People turn their heads and walk on by. Tell me, is it worth just another try? Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Tell me, are we alive or just a dying planet? What are the chances? Ask the man in the book for the answers. And when you feel afraid, love one another. When you've lost your way, love one another. When you're all alone, love one another. When you're far from home, love one another. When you're down, love one another. When your hopes run out, love one another. When you need a friend, love one another. When you're near the end, love. We've got to love. We've got to love one another. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Let it shine, shine on us all. Set us free. Love is the answer. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Thank you, Jesus. Love each other. Thank you, Jesus.